Cousins now to throw on first down. Open man here is Conklin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it. But I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
2nd and 14. Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And he's got his big tight end here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Cousins gives way to Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now it's Hyde on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action now. Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 4th down, here's Lawrence. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the Vikings are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Play fake. Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1st down, here's Cousins. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. So his strong 1st half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line.
And he's looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Play action. It's Lawrence. This one is down he goes. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Snags it for the pick. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Batmiterawdawg now out of his end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, Cousins. He's got it. And he's brought down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run for it with Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's Dalvin Cook there with a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Cook, they'll try and run it. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Lawrence going to throw again. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Lawrence. Going to go down again. Danielle Hunter, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Forced out to his left. And caught it up, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this 3rd quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from it pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Here's Cousins. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Cook, they'll try and run it. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. On the slant, this is Chark. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And they'll run with Etienne. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Lawrence. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the 2 points as they'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Cook. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing, Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground, Etienne, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And Shark holds it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They go play action with Lawrence. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Etienne, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it here. But he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Gets past one man. Powering his way forward. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 64 yards on the ground for him now with 4 touchdown runs tacked on. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Oh, no, he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble. And they did. Took him the other way for a score. And now, if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle, perhaps, to win this ball game.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. A give running right, Etienne. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.